Well, this is actually, I think, one of all of our favorite things to do, which is to talk about business and talk about why people get into the business that they're in, especially somebody who's coming to us with the idea that they want to produce content for themselves. We just talked to a guy who has just an incredible message, and we spent an hour talking to him and gave him a little bit of some advice here or there, but really he was giving us a ton of advice. And what we're kind of doing in this podcast is just creating a platform for people to talk about what they're really passionate about. And some people are really good at just putting the camera in front of them and talking. That's really hard for me to do. I've done that and it's challenging, but I could sit here and talk to you guys for a lot longer and probably get a lot better content than I would if I just did it myself. So one of our favorite things to do, especially when you're getting started, is to do a podcast with us and explain to us what it is you do and start getting your ideas and maybe like some of the direction that you want to take your content and why you're putting this message out there, because that's really what's going to help you continue to do this long term, right? It's everybody can do it in a short amount of time, but to see the results, you're going to have to commit to it for 6 months or a year or a couple years. And if you're not passionate about it, you're going to find excuses that, well, I can't do it today because it's snowing. I got to shovel snow. That's what's happening right now. So that was an easy excuse for me. But yeah, if you find some people that, that are on your team, so to speak, and we're all aligned, we're trying to help you get your business off the ground. We're there for you to help push you through kind of those more challenging times. We enjoy it. So that's one of the things that comes really easy to us. And I know Mark has actually spent a lot of time building out even a little bit more of like a consulting path for people who know that they have a good message, but haven't done the work of writing it out and planning and then making sure that they have the right physical equipment plus the tech stack that they're going to need. We're trying to just reduce all the friction for that because we recognize it's important, but people my age and a little bit older just are not growing up with this as like speaking a second language. So you have to learn how to do this. And since we've learned it, we're just trying to pass that knowledge forward. And, I think we have a really compelling thing here. I think we're on to something for people who, are in their middle age and run a successful business, but want to just get their message out there a little bit more.
Well, yeah, one of our clients is a high-end, team builder in real estate. And I don't know how long he's worked with us. We won't drop his name just because we generally ask permission, but he's been slaying it. He's been doing amazing. And I see his posts popping up when I hop on LinkedIn to check a message, right? And then I've seen him, and he's a personal friend of mine, and I've watched his team explode, right? His team is huge now, and it's growing, and he's getting team members from other states. I mean, it's just cool. It's super rewarding to see one of your friends and clients slay. And that's been a really fun journey. So it's not all about my success. And we built this originally. The idea came just because I didn't want to edit video and wallow in social media. But now that we've expanded it out to folks in our network and our clients are doing really well, it's super exciting, which is why we're doing, we're going to reach out to our network. We're reaching out right now to rally some other troops to the cause. And we're offering, a full month of free video processing for this. So, 2 to 4 hours. We like 4 hours a month. That we put a cap on it for 4 hours a month, because 4 hours a month will get you well over 1,000 posted videos, Mark.
Yeah. Video posts, maybe.
Video posts a year. So then you say, well, how would I stand out against my competition if I had 1,000 video posts a year?
On all the networks.
On all the networks. Yeah, that's a big number, a big deal. And now it's as simple as it gets, right? And we'll of course, anytime we find friction, we streamline it. But now just we're reaching out to everybody to say, who wants to join us, right? Who wants to do this for a month for free and see if it's worth it? But Peter, to your point, you'll get a taste of it in a month. And what the taste we want you to see is how easy it is, right? And how much time you get back. as opposed to doing it yourself. And then the real test here is, what does it look like in a year, right? Because most likely, there's no guarantees in anything in life, but most likely you're going to be very stoked if you did this for a year, which is one morning a month. You record 3 to 4 hours, you throw it in our machine, and year after year, you're getting over 1,000 video posts. Yeah, I'm pretty stoked on it. What do you guys think?
Yeah, well, there's no silver bullet here. You're just trying to find all the different ways to get your brand out there, your name out there. This is just one of the things. This isn't going to solve all of your problems, and obviously the quality of your content does matter. So it's not to say that just all you have to do is just talk in front of a camera and all of a sudden all your dreams come true. But the people who we believe in and the ones that we want to do business with already have the compelling message. So our goal is to just amplify that message in positive ways and in consistent ways, because you can't judge this type of stuff. Some of these people's business cycle takes years. You hear about them, or you see a little short clip, and then a couple months later you see a chapter length, a 3-minute video, and then you forget about them, and then they pop up on your YouTube and you actually watch the full podcast. And then you're like, oh, that's actually a pretty compelling thing that they're talking about. Let me learn more about. So you might not see the results from this for 3, 6, 9, or even 12 months, but our really, the belief that we strongly hold here is that over the course of a year, you're going to put so many of those you're going to plant so many of those seeds out there that you're going to start reaping those benefits. But it's not something that just happens automatically. And so much lately, everybody's looking for that quick fix that, oh, that's all I have to do is this one thing. It's not how it works. It's
AI is not going to save you.
AI will not save you. In fact, it'll probably ruin you if you're not willing to just do some of this it's a little bit of the grunt work, but we're doing 99% of the heavy lifting here. You're recording for 4 hours a month, and we're posting, over 1,000 clips, across the big 5 social media networks every year. So that's compelling for a lot of people.